through their commitment to solve
The morning will start with...
Today is a historic day for your country and a proud day for us all. NATO ambassadors have just signed the accession protocol for the future Republic of North Macedonia. I want to congratulate both Skopje and Athens for showing commitment and courage in reaching an agreement on the name issue.
Macedonia is politically ready, but are they militarily ready as well, considering that the only...
I'd like to acknowledge and praise the leadership of Prime Minister Zaev, of Prime Minister Tsipras. It was easier not to do this, so by no means this historic reconciliation was inevitable. It was not even likely. It was easier to sit in the trenches of history. It was easier to even score political points by maintaining the dispute. But what they dared to do was invest political capital for the benefit of the two peoples, of the two nations, and the whole region, and NATO as a family, as an alliance.
Thank you. Susanna Fresh.
Relations, and as you know, this day also very important for Georgia, for our people. What do you think? What does it?
On whether we foresee obstacles, I will only quote Zoran, our Prime Minister, who says, the bigger the obstacles, the more magnificent the success. Where we started, it looked impossible. Now that it is done, of course it looks possible. And I have to say that, personally, I'd like to share a fundamental sense of accomplishment, of doing something right. And I think we will convince even the opponents of this reconciliation to come to our side once they see the results. I don't think there is a more noble, more fundamental job for diplomacy, but in making friends and allies between neighboring countries.
Process, and when we don't know whether the UK is going to be part of the EU in December or not.
So for me, it's perfectly natural that UK is hosting the leaders' meeting at the end of the next year, not least because London was the first seat for the NATO headquarters back in 1949 when the alliance was established, and the first Secretary General of the alliance was actually a Brit. So Britain, the United Kingdom, is a founding member of NATO, and we started in London with our first headquarters. So we are extremely grateful to the government of the United Kingdom, to Prime Minister May, for the offer to host the next leaders' meeting. And that will be part of the way we mark the 70th anniversary of our alliance.
Meeting of NATO leaders in London. I would like to understand why.